love 40. And the Osprey onlookers can feel it here in DeLand.
Well, 3 match points to win their 5th ASUN championship.
Ornberg serve. One for each finger. The North Florida dynasty continues in 2019.
I'll tell you what a great.
And a battle of endurance goes to Gomez.
Let me tell you something. That was like the 16th ball. Rafa just said, you know what? It is done.
And a battle of endurance goes to Gomez.
Let me tell you something. That was like the 16th ball.
And a battle of endurance goes to Gomez.
Let me tell you something. That was like the 16th ball. Rafa just said, you know what? It is done. Oh, was that a drop shot there by Vilar?
VR makes it 2-0.
She dropped
little drop top.
The dropper, the dreaded dropper, as Patrick McEnroe would say. Nolan, the party's at the net. That's where the party is. There's no parties at the baseline. You know what I mean? The buffet's at the net. If you want to eat, you got to go to the net.
Hey, this is one party you don't want to be fashionably late to.
You do not want to be fashionably late to the party, doubles party at the net.
The championship winds are blowing strong here in DeLand at the Mandy Stoll Tennis Center. And we'll see who has the better flight path today as the North Florida Ospreys, the number 2 seed, take on the 4th-seeded FGCU Eagles. Nolan Alexander joined by the Tennis Talk master himself, Jay Webb Horton, a former player and coach. Jay Webb, you're going to see either North Florida claim its 5th consecutive ASUN title today, or FGCU, who has lost the Ospreys 3 times in the title round, be the new queens of the court.
Well, everyone wants to be the queens of the court. Obviously, North Florida has had a heavy imprint on the ASUN championships, and they pretty much dominated. The Eagles feel today that if they can really come out and be aggressive and sort of turn the ship around, because yesterday that doubles match only took 28 minutes, and so they obviously feel they've got to play better doubles than they did yesterday, and North Florida has played pretty good doubles, so let's see who can get the doubles point and be on their way to the ASUN championship.
North Florida and FGCU for the ASUN title. First serve next. Welcome back to DeLand, Florida, a sunny yet extremely windy Saturday afternoon as we crown a 2019 ASUN champion. We've moved on to singles play. North Florida in the navy blue with Rafi Gomez, FGCU in the cobalt blue with Maya Ornberg here at number 1 singles.
Well, this is going to be an outstanding match because Maya has the ability to grind. She's a retriever. Her goal in life is to make you very frustrated. And Rafa, outstanding player from North Florida, can attack off both sides and has the ability to, if she gets a short ball, she has no fear about coming in.
$15-all.
But you notice the Ospreys call her Rafa. That's a name of a pretty good tennis player, huh? You think Nadal can grind a little bit?
Just a tad, just a hair. Gomez for North Florida, 3-time ASUN Player of the Week in her career. She's done it once every year. 5 and 6 on the season at number 1 singles, the senior out of Ecuador, a finance major. One thing that really impressed me, Jay Webb, and I'm sure we'll talk about this later on, especially when we visit Ascua, the ASUN Scholar Athlete of the Year, is how well these student athletes for both programs are able to perform not only on the court, but truly what they do in the classroom, and very difficult majors too.
Well, one of the things that you see, and the ASUN as a conference in all sports prides itself on the whole thing of scholar athletes, because there's not a lot of these people who are going to go on and play pro tennis or pro basketball. I mean, we've had a few do that, but they're going to be out in their communities, and they're going to take their degrees, whether it's finance or sports management or economics, pre-med, and become productive parts of the community. And that's why so many companies want to hire athletes, because of their work ethic and their ability to face adversity and know what adversity is.
Ornberg, all academic ASUN, a communications major, junior out of Sweden. All conference first team unanimous for the 3rd straight year. Serving 40.
I guess, and obviously I'm a tennis nut, and but I love the enthusiasm of college tennis, both men and women. The format change with the no-ad scoring and the doubles. You cannot come out of a tennis match and try to work your way in a doubles match. You got to be ready to play from point one, and I think that's something that's exciting for people. Nice forehand there by Ornberg, deep in the corner, forcing an error from Rafa. And Ornberg starts out, gets the early break on court number 1.
1-0 FGCU here in singles matches. And something else, Jay Webb, this isn't the first day of action for both these teams. They've had to grind out matches. For North Florida, receiving a bye after the first round, so the second day, but for FGCU, this is day number 3 out here in the courts.
Well, this is why, Eric Krause is the physical and strength and conditioning person for FGCU tennis, and that's what they do, is that they get these young ladies and young men prepared for the grind.
1-0 lead there from Ornberg, last year's ASUN Player of the Year, the first ever Eagle to accomplish that feat, her 3rd season at #1 singles. Coach Cobra, going ahead, put that headset on. Let's get the thoughts from the head coach today. You came into North Florida from Idaho. You won a couple of Big Sky championships. You've been in Jacksonville for 3 years with the Ospreys. 1, 2, 3 titles. Where does this one rank?
It's huge. It's the 5th one in a row for UNF, and 5th one in a row for me too. No words. We talked about making history today. I think it's the first time that UNF has ever done back-to-back, and we knew there was going to be a tough. They fight. I mean, heads off to them. They're phenomenal. They just never go away. And I'm just super proud of how we stayed with the tough conditions. The wind was very tough today, and so just being able to get that win, phenomenal.
What was going through your mind when your team had the lead, but Patricia Villar, FGCU, had the incredible comeback out at court 5, and it forced this final winner-take-all in court 1?
I knew Villar was going to come back. That girl just never goes away. Good for her. And a lot of times you just have to. That's what I tell my players, to just keep breathing, keep doing the things, and eventually come our way. And this is just a perfect example of that. I mean, Rafa did a phenomenal job. If you see it in the last set, she was cramping, and so she was just very calm. Wasn't really using her energy to say, let's go UNF, and just staying calm. I think that's what got us, is that even when they took the lead, when the momentum kept shifting back and forth, we just stayed with our goals and stayed steady.
What are y'all doing to celebrate today?
Brazilian Steakhouse.
All right, Brazilian Steakhouse, a great dinner for the Ospreys. Yeah. Coach Koba, congratulations, your 3rd straight ASUN title, 5th overall for you, 5th for the Ospreys. You're a champion today.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. That's Mariana Cobra, head coach for North Florida, as the Ospreys defeat FGCU 4-3 here from DeLand at the Mary Stoll Tennis Center.
Let's go.
All right, celebration is on for the Ospreys. Thank you so much, Coach. The 2019 ASUN Women's Tennis Championship will live on for ages as the North Florida Ospreys withstood a heroic comeback attempt by the FGCU Eagles to claim North Florida's 5th consecutive ASUN tournament title. What a match we saw today, Jay Webb.
Well, when you talk about comebacks, Vilar, down a set, comes back to win the third set, and then says to her teammate, hey, can you take us home on number one? And Rafa Gomez from North Florida said, I don't think so, because we are going to be the 5-time ASUN women's tennis champion.
Rafa Gomez, the tournament MVP, defeated Maya Orenberg when it all came down to a winner-take-all, #1 singles, and all celebration for the North Florida Ospreys, the 5-time ASUN tournament champions.